Hello there, my name's Tom Johnson and I've called you here today to talk about your son Joseph. So it's been 3 months that he's been here at the school, and so we complete a 3-month evaluation. So we watch his behaviour, we assess how he's doing, and then we have a meeting with you guys to share that. We have identified a few behavioural problems, mainly when he's around the deaf children who are signing. I understand he's from an oral background, oral education, but I did just want to ask you a few questions regarding his behaviour. Firstly, at home, does he have any behavioural issues, any problems with his behaviour at home? So, like I said before, we've been monitoring his progress, and we have identified that his reading and writing level are quite a lot below average. He is below what he should be for a child of his age. I mean, every child has its strengths and weaknesses, and I mean, he's great, really great at art and really gets involved in the class. However, he doesn't mix well with others. He tends to keep himself to himself, and that is becoming a problem, especially with communication and behaviour, really. One of the teachers has actually been working with him and teaching him a little bit of sign language, and there has been a definite improvement and a change in him, really. And so I got myself thinking that you guys, both of you, should probably think about attending an evening class where you could learn sign language yourself. So then you bring that level of communication and break down that barrier with you and your son. Well, I'm a strong believer in it's better to have as many forms of communication as possible. No matter whether it's oral, signing, home signs, you just need that communication. I mean, that really influences the child's behaviour, particularly in school. So, we've established, he isn't really communicating and bonding with the other children. And I mean, at his age, that's something that's really important. And I really do put that down to a lack of language and a lack of access to language. There's one example as well with his behaviour. The children, they were all playing, and Joseph, he had a toy, and staff, we encouraged him to share and play with the other children, but he wouldn't. He's very selfish with his toys, and wouldn't share them with the group. And to me, that's quite worrying behaviour, something that we've identified, and we really would like to work to changing that attitude, really. Can I just ask, is Joseph your only child? Is that your first child as well? Yeah. If you did want to do a course in sign language, we have one here at the school. It starts every September, and it's a running course, and it's only about £5 a class, so sort of £5 a week. So it's really, really not expensive. And I really think it'd be worth it. It'd be really worth your time. It would really help with Joseph's behaviour, his communication. So I really suggest that you enrol on that. That's something that you'd have to arrange yourselves, possibly like parents or someone to look after Joseph whilst you yourselves attended the course. No. My advice to you would be that you two both attended the course, and then Joseph is able to pick up the language from you in a natural sort of way, like a hearing child would pick up language from its hearing parents. Um, Taking him along to the class might affect the other students, it might cause cohesion problems within the group. So my advice to you would be to take the class alone, get some care for Joseph, and then teach him the language from there. So I really think having you guys at home being able to sign to him would be really beneficial. I mean, here's another example. It was break time, and I was asking Joseph if he wanted a drink, and he relies on the lip reading, the pointing, and he isn't about the signing, but he is a deaf child and he does need that access to language and communication. Is pointing and lip reading something that you really rely on at home? Yeah, there is other parents, but there is also the local deaf club. There you get a mix of hearing parents with deaf children, deaf parents with hearing children, so you get a real mix. There you'd be able to discuss problems that you've faced, issues, you can discuss them, and that support from other people that are going through similar barriers to you is really worthwhile going, really. Just to recap, um, some of the things that I'd like you to help him with at home, and hopefully that'll develop him within school. So if you are thinking about learning sign language, that will really develop him. I want you to try and work on the behaviour, his possessive sort of behaviour and his reclusive behaviour, sort of trying to make him interact more and maybe share his toys. And I mean, they're a knock-on effect of one another. If you can both help with all of them, his development will improve, his behaviour will improve, and it's like the domino effect, really. Each one will help the other. I don't want you to worry about Joseph at all. We will get there. We'll develop him. Obviously, he's only been here for 3 months, and I would like to see the both of you in 6 months' time to review his hopeful improvements from today. All right. Thank you. No problem.